252, Dahmer.
Columbia Correctional. Imagine he's in general population like this. People must be looking at him like he is crazy.
Hey, I put in a request for 2 cyanide capsules and a razor blade. Can you check on those for me?
Now's not the time to have a sense of humor. Yeah, I imagine he is on his own. Who's that from? His father?
Dear Jeff, my friends think I'm crazy for writing to you, but I wanted to say hi. Do you know that you're a Halloween costume now? They made a comic book about you. Did you know?
Wow. Is he gonna like this? Yep. I mean, this is a thing. This is a thing where women really get into these guys who are in prison.
I'll send you more if you write back. Your
For violent
biggest
crimes.
fan, Alice.
It's almost like a school lunchroom. And he is the weird kid that eats his own boogers.
You ever notice how this looks just like a human thumb? At least that's how they look when I was done with them. Actually, more like this.
See, that's kind of how he was in high school.
Dude.
But like, they said that he would do stuff like that in prison.
I don't like that, son.
My fans do.
I'm probably saying something that all of you guys realize at this point.
To go back there. You could stay with
Is
us
that,
for as long
like,
as you need to.
I'm sure he was taunting people because he wanted to die.
That's the end.
She's trying to go back. Wow.
I'll get it. No, I'm sorry. No, this is crazy.
What?
Mama, you can't stay here, and I won't let you.
He has taken enough from this world. He's not taking my home.
If you get scared at all, go where the others go. You know where everyone else is going at night, right?
I'm fine.
Promise me.
Where's everybody else going?
I promise. Goodness. Will you stop? You acting like Jeff Dahmer gonna jump out the shadows and try to get me. He's locked up. Gone. Forever.
Oh. And he's digging this. And I think he even went on a tour. Which means he made more money probably in prison than he did when he was just out working.
If I gave you 20 bucks, you think you could get me something?
What? What does he have?
Turn that off!
I'm just trying to get some sleep.
Turn it off and give it to me!
Is that the sound that they've been playing?
Can't
Like-
just take it.
Give it to me or
As-
you're going in the hole.
Because I thought it was a wolf at first, but it's actually a whale? I'm sorry, man, but when you signed up for eating people, you lost tape privileges.
Whale noises. Should have given you the electric chair. I asked him to. Gave me 900 years instead. Come on, man. I'll just get more whale noises, dude.
Dear Miss Hughes, would you be so kind as to autograph this for me? I've included a return envelope with postage for your convenience. Thank you. Josh Mahoney,
Oh, that's-
Champaign, Illinois.
That's so sick.
Look, on top of suing the city, I say we go after Dahmer and his family. Intercept any money they might make from book deals, movie, TV rights, paid interviews, hell, even small donations that Dahmer's fans might be sending him in prison. And they are. I read that in the paper. Don't
Yeah,
let
that's
him
smart.
make one goddamn dime.
Analysis of his hopelessly flawed relationship with his son Jeffrey is particularly unpleasant for a parent to read. It might be possible to dismiss a father's story were it not for the palpable pain and despair that gush from the text. What makes Lionel Dahmer's narrative so compelling, is that he is trying in this ascription to peer not just into the soul of his son, but into his own. Oh, honey, this is fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Okay. different people have different ways of dealing with like trauma, but I feel like there's a certain level of empathy that Lionel kind of only has for his son, but like he can be cold in other ways. I don't know. Like, and that's just what I'm getting from this. I'm sorry. Let's go.
What does your agent think?
Len? Oh, he's excited. Yeah, it's New York Times, so it's
Oh, honey, this is fantastic. This deserves a toast, huh?
No!
To my hubby, the best-selling author.
hey,
Because of your son's evil behavior. That's sick. Okay, I'm sorry. If they even thought about turning the book into a movie, that means that they would have to show the scenarios, or at least allude to the scenarios where their son was murdering people. Which means they've just kind of like, accept, whatever, let's go. And this is smiling at it.
what do you mean I have to pay him the profits? How can we do that? There are no profits.
Well, in a way, that's the silver lining. The book hasn't sold the 50,000 copies that would have turned a profit, so there's nothing to hand over.
But what... So if it does?
Then, yes, the judge said that the families would be entitled to those profits. They're going after Jeff's money, too.
Well, Jeff doesn't have any money.
Well, he earns
Listen to
25
this.
cents an hour working in the prison, and people send him money.
Well, all he does is buy coffee and cigarettes for that.
Well, he won't be able to anymore. The judge said
Dang.
the families would be entitled to that.
Which one of them is this?
All of them.
It's all of the families.
Man. The father and the brother must be feeling this hard too, because the father must have felt like I should have protected him, and the brother like, I got away. Almost maybe survivor's guilt.
Hello?
Why don't you go back to where you came from?
Hello?
Nobody wants you here. Get on a fucking boat and go back.
I hope that didn't happen to the families. That's weird. Taking the side of a serial killer. Oh.
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
The series has been building up. At first it started off with like who Jeff was and his upbringing, then his murders, then him being captured, and now the PTSD that the families have to go through. Wow. Like they really did craft a narrative here. No. No.
Watch what happens.
Like.
Valor. Resolve.
Oh no.
And exemplary courage. Courage in the
I
face of
hope they
danger.
are not honoring those police
In the face
officers.
of great doubt.
Heroes. That's who I see when I look out across this room. Each one of you represents the best of us. Everyday citizens driven in your life not by reward, but by principle, to do what is right and just.
When the mobs came, these two men stood their ground. And we
And
stood
see,
beside them, and we fought for them. And for
the police
all
chief who
of
tried to do
us
what was
who
right
put on a badge
is in a
and
tiny
served
room.
as a
These
hallowed
guys are in
reminder
an auditorium.
that we take care of our own.
Facing great obstacles, this brave woman went above and beyond to try and protect her community. Displaying unyielding resolve,
wow.
typifying the great spirit of Milwaukee. I'm pleased to call to the stage this year's recipient of the Citizens Merit Award.
It is with great pride and honor that I call to the stage the recipients of the Milwaukee Police Association's Officers of the Year Award.
Glenda Cleveland.
John
The juxtaposition
Balthazar
here.
and Joseph Gabrish.
To see these guys being applauded for being such douchebags in the line of duty. Like, and bullcrap like this happens, where people are literally celebrated for their ineptitude.
Chief. This is for the Conarac boy and for all the other victims. Don't let this happen again.
I really hope those cops weren't given awards. I'll research into that. I'm curious myself. Tore the building down. And I don't think anybody would have, in their right mind, would have moved in there. But I wonder if someone did. You know what? The worst part. Oh, that's where everybody else is going.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Other people can't sleep by themselves either. So they come together as a community.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you. You having nightmares? Me too. But this is where we're all coming for comfort, right? But he's in my nerves and my brain. I can't get it to stop. I got arthritis real bad, both knees. Hate going up and down stairs. But when I got trash to take out, I take it up to the 3rd floor, down the hall, all the way down to the alley, just so I don't have to walk past that some bitch's apartment.
Wow.
Next time your trash need to go out, you set it right outside your door.
Pausing. And for her to have been invalidated like that for so long, because I might even put that under the category of being gaslit, because when I listened to the recording of her speaking to the police officers, it almost sounded as if like they were, or she was being convinced, oh, I must be out of my mind. Like, okay, well, I guess it was a boyfriend thing. For someone to be gaslit like that and then to be validated, it just makes one completely doubt what any authority would have to say. And that's a sad state to live in when you're living in a society.
$10 million, huh, you fucking gook? How about you leave well enough alone and fuck off back to your rice paddy?
And as all of you guys know, they eventually tore down this building. But yeah, I bet you there was a period where people were actually still living there because they had no place else to go.
Can I have your attention, please? I am sorry, but due to safety reasons, I have been told I can no longer allow residents to sleep in the lobby. But after speaking with the owners of the building, for those wishing to remain, I am pleased to inform that your rent will be lowered by 25%. For those wishing to break your lease, there will be no penalty in doing so. Thank you.
25% to go back to horror. Like they can't even just find that community. You know what I mean? Trying to work through all of this.
Excuse me. My name is Glenda Cleveland.
Yes, I know who you are. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Wow.
I never found a whole body. You know, just parts. Took a while, but we finally raised the funds for this.
This is the boy's mother?
Yes.
I don't want to, maybe I could speak with his father. Mr. Santhasamon, I'm Glenda Cleveland. I was the one who called the police about your son. I am so sorry. I knew something was wrong. And I never should have trusted the police when they said everything was okay. 'Cause it wasn't.
It's okay.
No. It isn't.
You do everything you can.
ever see Catherine Dahmer? The movie isn't happening.
No!
Producers got cold feet, I guess. I don't know if it's even a good idea, you know? But all I ever really wanted to do was to help other parents to, you know, look out for the warning signs.
And make a lot of money, and the fame, and the recognition, and
I'd have had Raquel Welch play you, Ma. I know you always liked her. He really loved you, Ma, in his own way. And you did your best with him. Okay, I'll come back see you tomorrow.
to see how this was her fate. Wow, this is a strange period on her story.
One more.
Oh, you asshole!
Nothing. We're just having some fun.
Fun? Sandra, calm down.
This isn't to take pictures. Hey, what are you? What the fuck? You had no right to do that.
Go home. Go.
So, Jeff, one of the questions your dad has in the book is, when did you get this slip?
Age 14 or 15. Started having obsessive thoughts of violence, intermingled with sex.
Wow, this must have been so wild for people to see back in the 90s.
Or was it what happened after
The killing was just a means to...
Or was that somebody's victim?
That was the least satisfactory.
Man, boy, hey, bungin' on you ain't biting me.
Just turn it off. That's why I tried to create living zombies with muriatic acid and the drill.
It's them now.
Yes?
Linda Cleveland?
Yes?
May we come in?
No!
No, you may not.
Ms. Smith, you have the right to remain silent.
I didn't do anything.
Wait a
Did this
minute.
happen?
Why are you arresting my daughter?
Got a complaint from a young man, said your daughter assaulted him and destroyed his camera earlier tonight. He's pressing charges.
I really hope this didn't happen. Okay, so people are actually suspecting that that didn't actually happen, and that it was just an embellishment. Yeah, I don't think that happened.
Get me Dean Reynolds at Public Works.
Well, whatever that number is, I'm telling you, I'll do 100K over it. Okay? But I get every single fucking item. Okay?
Yeah, right there.
Who is this guy?
That all of it? You put that down right now. That's my property, asshole.
Oh, don't you fucking look at me like that. Your union rep's a dear friend of mine. I'll get your ass fired, you sack of shit.
Fucking bury it.
Is this the owner of the building?
The judge dismissed our claim that the police had a constitutional duty to protect your son. But the city has agreed to settle, conceding that they violated his rights to equal protection under the law. And now the number's not what we'd like it to be. They're offering $850,000, but it's my advice that you take it. That way you can finally move on and start with the healing process.
Wow.
I'm Joe Zilber. You don't know me. I know the proceeds for the auction were going to go to the victims. But I just couldn't handle the idea that that stuff would be a collector's item, right? So I paid a little more and made sure it was all destroyed. This is your cut of it. Split between 11 families, 32,000. Hello?
Why don't you take that $850,000 and get on a nice big fucking plane and go back to the fucking jungle, you slanty-eyed piece of shit.
You never call again, or I make you sorry.
What are you two doing?
Hey, Sarge.
I thought you clocked out.
We're just finishing up. Just making a phone call. Night, Sarge.
So, Kareem.
I really hope
Have
that
you
wasn't
been
the
since our
case.
last talk?
That they're not just like stoking
Yeah, I guess.
anger in people.
You look healthy.
Yeah.
I don't go out anymore. Not to the club. Not to visit friends. Even family. I don't know. I just feel ashamed to be around people.
Oh, it's this guy.
It hurts too much.
And he's dealing with his own trauma.
I understand how you feel.
Yo,
He's dealing with his
don't
own
bullshit
trauma.
me.
I'm not. Believe me, I understand.
I'm glad he was able to find happiness. Is he seeing a hallucination? Yep. This guy lingered with people.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to face your fears.
What's this
Linda.
person?
Mr. Princewell.
They did that purposefully.
So, you'll be getting an official notice, but I want to let you know that the city is buying the building. And it's being demolished.
So, they just gonna kick us out? And what are they gonna replace it with?
Oh no, I heard maybe a park.
They should do some sort of a memorial.
Yeah.
You know, so people don't forget the victims. Something that will honor their memory.
Now that looks more like the building that they were in. Interesting. That's an interesting kind of homage.
Jesus, keep me from all wrong. Jesus is my plea.
You fucking deserve it! You fucking deserve it, man! You fucking deserve it! You don't deserve to be in here! You fucking deserve it!
You know what? That came out of nowhere.
Now for you.
But it's crazy the way in which, like, even amongst, like, prisoners, there's stuff that's almost too far. Wow. I hope he didn't take pleasure in those.
Dear
Fan
Jeff,
mail.
I'm your
For
biggest
what
fan.
he did.
I found this card at the local notion store. Pretty cool, right?
Biggest fan? Like he wants him to keep doing
They
it?
tried to kill you in prison. Made me laugh. They'll never kill you, man. You're like Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger now. Jeffrey Dahmer will never die. Can you send me an autograph? Enclosed is a return envelope. Merry Christmas. Love, Dave.
Dave, he would have tried to kill you and then eat you. Oh. Maybe this is actually sinking in for him. Well, there's so much in that episode to like think about and to unpack, but it's like everything from fans, and we all know that that's the case, that like